Hi everybody, and welcome to a little DYSS vlog, also a thirsty vlog. So we are building this little book nook, not very little actually, it's pretty big. And this was gifted to me by all my moderators for my birthday, so thank you guys very much. I've been wanting to make this, but I also will say I'm dumb, and these directions are very confusing. But it looks really cool, and we're gonna watch me struggle through this. This took me a very long time to do, and all the moderators did vote, or they didn't vote, they placed bets on how long it would take me to do, so that will be revealed at the end of the video. But during this time, we are, gonna make all the little parts, and I'm listening to like 3 different audiobooks. I think right now I'm listening to Death Meets Cute by Jay Penner, which was a very cute book. It was one of my pre-orders that I won for Easter, and it was a fun time. But so we're starting off with lights, and lights are always confusing to me. I wish that the booklet was actually color-coded like these lights are color-coded. It would tell you by their length, but their length is not on them, and that was very confusing. So I spent a lot of time on this, just like trying to figure out what the heck the book meant, because these instructions were not very clear. And yeah, it was a little annoying there. I was pretty frustrated with this whole thing, honestly. I still had fun, but I have big grubby hands. They're not made for working with tiny things, no matter how much I want to convince myself that I can do these things. But yeah, looking at the little tiny baby. We're making a little ship right now, which was really cute way to make a little ship. But yeah, I kind of wish instead of building these piece by piece on some of the things like that ship or the skeleton that you're gonna get to and frustrate the heck out of me, that they did just have them already made as a 3D thing instead of building on slot by slot kind of thing, like a layered thingamajig. I kind of wish that would have been a lot easier, especially for some things, because some things are so freaking delicate that I constantly was breaking stuff because they wouldn't snap into place correctly, and also punching them out of the wood boards that all these come in. When it's a tiny piece like that, it was really hard to get some of those, those little doorknobs on this guy, really hard to get out of the actual full board that these come in. So a little frustrating that way. Same with the books. The books, you could have just printed on the wood, saved a little time instead of the stickers that I always make cockeye because I'm not good at the things. Very rarely can I do things look at these books. I mean, sped up, they look fine, I guess. But if you were to look closely at some of the books, and so then you assemble these full pieces, right? And then you have to snap them in. But when you snap them in, sometimes the other pieces snap out and then they break, and it's really frustrating. But I digress. Anyway, I had little books inside the drawers of the little dresser guy. But yeah, I do wish the instructions were clear. I don't like instructions that are just a picture, because I don't notice all the little things, and then I put things on backwards, and then I have to undo them. And you'll see, right now, this is the easiest part. This first big part of it's it's all done in 4 parts. This is the easiest, except those freaking little window things. Oh my god, those things still piss me off right now, because they're just one in with one hole. There's no other thing to screw them in. I wish they attached together at something, because they keep falling out. They're not even set up properly in it right now, and it's done. And then we get to the skeleton. So my lovely dinosaur skeleton is messed up, and so they have these plastic pieces that have that little vinyl cover on them, little plastic cover to protect them. I wish it was easier to pull that stuff off, because these are teeny tiny little pieces, and that was really annoying. Anyway, and I totally goofed up my skeleton. He's a wonky skeleton. You'll see what I mean. He's gonna have wonky legs. And also the picture of how it shows those top bones that go on it, they show them going all the way through. Mine refused to go all the way through. They just kind of sat on top, and I don't know what I did wrong, because it tells you to put the 2 pieces together, but then it doesn't fit. But then the rest of it, when you get to the larger pieces, are fine and it looks normal. So I don't know. The instructions unclear on skeleton boy. On my little skeleton. Sorry, I can't say skeleton the normal way. Not since Nerdy Fruits Must Die. And if you know, you know. But yeah, so I ended up having to glue every single piece onto the skeleton because it would not stay. It wouldn't stay on there. Very annoying how that was working. But yeah, I think, have we moved on to another book? No, we haven't. We're still listening to Death Meets Cute at this point. I did listen to 3 books during this. I think in total I did 3 books. I did Death Meets Cute, Ignore All Previous Instructions, and What This Vlog Is For, That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming, which we won't get to yet. We just started it off because I wanted to start working on this because I knew it was going to take a really, really long time. And That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon is a very short book, so we just went with it, started recording things at this lovely angle, which I apologize for my angles. I'm really not good at those like aesthetic shots everybody else does when they're building things. I wish I was. I'm just not. I'm not thinking about it. I'm too focused on the craft at hand rather than the aesthetics of it in camera work. So there is that entirely. We're getting there. We're almost done. We're getting our wonky ass legs on that I keep breaking. So they give you this little hammer too. That hammer did not help me very much. It helped me a couple times, but boy, did I break stuff and have to glue the pieces back together on this skeleton, like the big hip bone that connects the legs. Yeah, he's wonky. He's a wonky little dude. His legs are wrong. One is on backwards because, like, when you look at the photo, it doesn't look like it. So he looks weird. And on this angle, it looks normal. But if you're looking at him straight on, his legs look like one of those claw things, like a claw tool kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah. And now we have to build books, and you fill all the books into the thing. Now here's the other thing about this book nook is, like, some of these books are like individual books that you have to glue together and stack together and put in the shelf, right? And then later on, they have ones that are just like a printed piece, and it looks like a bunch of book stacks. And I'm like, why didn't we just do that for it all? Make it a lot easier, a lot less to print, a lot less materials. But for some reason, we did it this way. I don't know why, but that's what we did. So, also the titles in this are very funny. Some of them are just like a standard, like, here's a classic or something. Like, they had some of the Paper Mill classics from Book Outlet. Like, they had Madame Bovary and The Picture of Dorian Gray, which are like actual copies I own. So that was fun to see. But then they had like 15 copies of Lord of the Rings, and then a bunch of Harry Potter fanfic, unfortunately, is like all of my dudes or something. And I'm like, what? Oh, this piece, I broke this so many freaking times, by the way. This piece had to be glued back into several pieces because all the little tiny steps on it wouldn't go in on the other side, and I just snapped it so many times. And yeah. If I slowed this down, there it is. It's all broken. It's just all broken. Moving on to another piece. But yeah, I kept breaking stuff. But yeah, all the weird fanfic was in this. There's also a copy of Breaking Dawn. No other Twilight book, just Breaking Dawn, and I have hidden it in a prominent space in the book nook itself. We haven't gotten to it yet because I do it later, but keep an eye out for it. See if you spot the elusive Breaking Dawn. But there was also a beautiful copy of Howl's Moving Castle. There was some Narnia. There were some pretty recognizable titles, but I'm like, why are there so many copies of the same book? And especially the fanfic. Like, there's so many books in the world. Why? Why that book? Why so many copies? There's like 6 copies of it. The mods and I were all counting it, and they counted 6. I only found 5 that I had, but I ended up also not using all of these little books. I did take like an hour away from working on these to just kind of like work on my desk and do them while listening to a book, but I didn't record it because I'm like, it's still pretty boring. Obviously, I'm just doing a voiceover right now for all of these things. But yeah, I'm trying to like use the tools to manipulate these things, and there's the hammer, and like, nope, I'm just gonna keep breaking shit. That's all I do, is I keep breaking and having to glue it all back together. So fun. What a fun time. I swear I'm having fun, even though I'm complaining about this whole thing. I am having fun, I promise. Okay, we're getting there. I think from here we are doing Ignore All Previous Directions, which is a delightful book, by the way. Highly recommend. It had great autism representation, great trans representation, and I really liked it. I think I only didn't like is how quickly the ending was, and I'm like, it's a standalone, it's not a series, and I'm like, but but I need to see them escaping and surviving and reconnecting and rekindling their romance. I need that. That's super important, okay? So, yeah. That's pretty much what I've got for the beginning of this vlog. I may pop in again as we edit away. As I build all the little pieces on this front part. I will say I did forget quite often to peel the film off of the little like staircase pieces. Not the actual stairs, but like the little glowy thing, like you can kind of see it in front of the skeleton right now. I totally forgot to peel off film, so they all look a little foggy, but maybe that just means it's like a spookier, you know, book, a little library. Maybe that's what it's a frosted glass, okay? Leave me alone. Oh, this little bookcase took a lot because there were so many books I had to go into this guy. And they had 2 different sizes of books, and it's like you had to keep flipping backwards to be like, which size is this one? What's a book A and a book B and a book C? Like there's me flipping and going, what's this? So these are the smaller books to fit in, and so they had a different size cover that you had to print. So I have to make all of these ones. I made all the other ones only to realize you didn't need to do all the other ones because then you have a different one that like sticks in, and it's like, anyway. Again, instructions were not as clear as they could have been, but we continue forward, so enjoy. Hello cuties, and welcome to a thirsty vlog in between the vlog I've already started recording. Also, I hope the sound is okay. I do have my microphone, but I have wet hair right now, so I can't really put it anywhere near where I usually put it. So it's sitting right here and hopefully picking up sound great. Hi, so ignore the wet hair. I just showered and I hate blow drying my hair. There you go. Anyway, hi, we're building this book nook right now. This was a present from my moderators for my birthday, and I've already fucked it up several times over. We have started building it, so there will be a lovely montage of all the things that I've done. You can see I've done a lot, but also not necessarily a ton. We do have our little lights. Our light just turned it off, but anyway, please don't pay attention to my dinosaur's legs. I messed them up. It's fine. They're also glued in place, so I can't fix it. And also, I'm a monster, and I'm too strong for these delicate things. But anyway, we've started here, and that's where we've got it going. This is already 5 hours of work on this. We have a ton more to do. My moderators have all placed bets on how long it will take me to finish this. I think they're all wildly wrong. I think it's gonna take me a hella long time to do this, but I have the day off today. I'm waiting to hear if my new car is ready. If you didn't know, my car exploded. That's an exaggeration, but essentially it exploded. And I no longer have a car, and I went and got a new used car, and we've been waiting on it because it wasn't done with all of its safety checks and stuff, and the time frame that the guy who sold me the car told me, oh yeah, it'll be ready Monday, and it's Tuesday now, and so he lied. He made a big lie, and we're still waiting on it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get a car in this video, maybe we won't. Who knows? But what we do know is we're gonna start listening and probably read it in one day. That time I got drunk and saved the demon by Kimberly Lemming. I asked you all to vote on the next Thirsty vlog from my TBR game, and that's the one that won. It was almost Neon Gods by Katie Robert, and then someone sniped it with this. I think it was like a 1 or 2 vote win on this one. So what this one is about is Spice Trader Cinnamon's quiet life is turned upside down when she ends up on a quest with a fiery demon in this irreverently quirky rom-com fantasy that is sweet, steamy, and funny as hell. All she wanted to do was live her life in peace. Maybe get a cat, expand the family spice farm. Really, anything that didn't involve going on an adventure where an orc might rip her face off. But they say the goddess has favorites, and if so, Sin is clearly not one of them. After Sin saves the demon Fallon in a wine-drunk stupor, Fallon reveals that all he really wants to do is kill an evil witch enslaving his people. And who can blame him? But now he's dragging Cinnamon along for the ride, whether she likes it or not. On the bright side, at least he keeps burning off his shirt. We'll see. There's a lot of like mixed feelings about this series. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how spicy it is. I know that there is some spice. But yeah, so we're going to continue forward with this Nook. What page am I on right now? Not that page. I can tell you that much. Almost, maybe almost. Wait, I did those. I think I'm on step 40 right now. So I'm on page 21 of 52, I think. Yes, 52 pages. So we're not even halfway there yet, and we're 5 hours in. I have a running timer on my phone. Oh no, I lost it. But it's okay, I took a screenshot. Oh! So 5 hours, 2 minutes, and 3 seconds is where I'm at. What are we whining about? Sir, come here. What are we whining about? What do we need? What do we think? You okay? Are we upsetty spaghetti because we couldn't go on our big hike because mommy doesn't have a car to go take you to the big hiking spot? Yeah, that's what's wrong. You like my dinosaur with his wonky legs because I messed up and put one on backwards? Yeah? Okay, it's okay. Little baby. Who's a baby? Also, weird thing about this. So we have some like known books. Like here's a little family opera. Not that you guys can see that. I also am really bad at filming these kinds of things, I will say. So I apologize for how crappy it probably all looks. But we do have a copy somewhere in this mix. A freaking break. Unless, did I already hide it? I was gonna hide it. I don't think I hid it yet. Watch me already forgetting. There's like a ton of copies of Lord of the Rings, and unfortunately a ton of like all the dudes or something. It's a fanfic. I got rid of all of those. Oh, it's a Harry Potter fanfic, and I'm like, what the heck? I forget. Maybe I already hid it. I might have already hid Breaking Dawn in here somewhere. But yeah, essentially, there's some books that we know and some that are just random pretty books. I wish they were all just random pretty books because most of the time when people do things like this where they print big things, it's books that I hate or authors that I hate. That's like, I'll never do those like mini brands books because they always have like freaking Colleen Hoover or ACOTAR or something on them. And I'm like, I hate those. I hate those and I don't want those. So just make them generic, pretty, classic-y looking books and I'm much happier. But yeah, here's a Lord of the Rings. There's one. Here's the Lord of the Rings. Nothing you can see it, but it is. But yeah, Breaking Dawn was in here. Of all the, it's the only one. Not Twilight, not anything else, just Breaking Dawn. So, what can I do for you, baby boy? What do we need? What do we need? Do you need something? You had a whole bully stick already today. You cannot need more. You can go night-night, go seeps, go cuddles. Go cuddle with Lucy, she's in pain. And poor Lucy girl somehow ripped out a nail. I was at work, I don't know what happened. We still don't know what happened, but apparently there was blood everywhere. But she's okay, but like, what the heck? She's the whole nail is gone. Not like she cut it or anything, so. All right. Wait, didn't I do that part? Did I do that part? I did do that part, wait. Oh, I messed up. Well, that's fine. No, wait, you're different. You're different. You're a different one. Where is it? C's. Where are my boards? The boards are really confusing, by the way. Where's the C board? C 20. Yeah, okay, no, I haven't done this part. I'm on step 40. We have these little guys. We have a rocket. Apparently we have a rocket in this library. Love it. Okay, we're gonna get started. We let out a breath we didn't know we were holding. And we're only 45 minutes in. Shame, shame, shame. What the hell? Like, this book has barely begun. And he's already like, I'm gonna take you for my wife after this. Excuse me? Excuse me? I don't like this. I don't like this book very much. I don't know. Pacing is way too fast. Just in the Twilight line. You don't know how long I've waited for someone like you. You barely know each other. You don't know shit, dude. This is painful. I don't know. Everything died. Everything is dying, and my chargers are not working. So I don't know what's going to happen here. Anyway, this is how far we are with this. I finished That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, and I hated it. It lacked any substance. It felt very gratuitous popcorn without any butter. I hated it. It was very dubious consent a lot of the time. There was some very problematic things that this main love interest was saying to our main character, and our main character just pissed me off a lot with her, just the pure allosexualness of this. I can't resist him. You know, I knew I was going into something that I probably wasn't going to love. I was at least hoping to be entertained by this, but I really wasn't entertained by it at all. I thought it was just a very shallow plot, very shallow characters. Everything just did not have any dimension to it, that it ended up just any fun part, just with like the fun part was drained out of it just because I had nothing to really hold on to for myself. I get why other people probably enjoy this series as a fun popcorn smutty read, but for me, it didn't do that. And I'm annoyed right now. I'm in a bad mood because this keeps breaking. Like these little guys, little tiny, you can see all the thing. The little tiny shelves here, they're just a thin piece of wood, and snapping it into place just breaks it all, and it makes me upset, and I have to redo it. I have to glue it back together essentially to get it to work, and I'm running out of glue already apparently. But anyway, we're on page 41 of 52, so we have 10 more pages of instructions to get through. This is also a terrible place to do this because the shine of this light is shining on the book, and it's making it very hard to read. It's annoying, but we've got this much done. We are at 3 hours and 31 minutes for today. So add that to my 5. We're at 8.5-ish hours. So we'll see which mod is the closest. We are doing Price is Right rules with this. So if you go over, right? If you go over, that's not going to be it. It's the closest under, I guess, is Price. That's that Price is Right rules? That's Price is Right rules. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on this while not listening to a book at all and just focus on this. Or maybe I will. I don't know. I need to read, maybe reading The Poet Empress will help me out because that's my last available audiobook. I still need to read Fellowship of the Ring for this TBR, but that's still on hold. But Poet Empress is on my neck alley and I've been wanting to read it. That's the last one I need to do. But also, I'm kind of just burnt out a little bit. And my little guy, oh man, stay up. My little T-Rex skeleton is also a mess. I'm just not good at these. I'm really not good at these. And I think it looks like shit because I know all the imperfections. And you may not see all the imperfections, but I see all the imperfections. And it makes me upset. So anyway, yeah, did not like That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. Probably not going to read the rest of the series. So I'm going to have to go into my neck alley and be like, not reviewing it because I don't like this. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. That's how I feel. Okay, I'm going to go now. We'll see how this turns out. Well, it is now sitting atop my bookshelf there. That was extremely frustrating, but we have my official time, and my official time was surprisingly actually a lot lower than I thought it was going to be. 10 hours, 47 minutes, and 12 seconds. Who's the closest? I believe the closest without going over is Tea Time with 10 hours, 17 minutes, and 17 seconds. That's the closest without going over. Well done. There are many a goof on it. I did fix a little bit, but like that back curtain grated area is a nightmare. It will not stay in place. So it's a little wonky. My dinosaur's legs obviously are wonky as heck. And then I also realized I forgot to take off some of the peel on a lot of the staircase little glowy thingamajigs. There is a hidden Breaking Dawn. See if you can find it. See where it ended up. I did put it in a location where you can see it, just for fun. Yeah, but this project brought lots of grief and annoyance. It was very frustrating. Like my fingers hurt so bad from the little, like the ladders. The ladders and the stairs are the worst on this. I didn't mind doing all the books and things. The books are great. That's easy peasy. But the ladders, the little tiny pieces, there's got to be an easier way to do those pieces. I like the little light and stuff. It's my first time working with one with a light, like properly, because I'm not great at that. Except one light in the far back for some reason won't go through the hole. Everybody else went through the holes. The last one, it just is sitting on top of it, so it makes a kind of weird weird like bump on the top of it. But overall, it's very pretty. I like it a lot. It'll sit in this nice area on my rotating bookshelf. But yeah, that was also me reading That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human, or Saved a Demon. Not a human. Human's the third one. I'm not gonna continue the series. It's not a series for me. And I read Ignore All Previous Instructions while doing this. I read like 3 books while doing this. So, and I still don't have a car. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that was my experience building that for DYSS. That got me, it didn't cost me anything because it was a gift, but that was a lot of labor and a lot of pain and anguish. So that should get me at least an F3. I'm thinking at least an not an F3, Cat 3. F3 is for last season. But yeah, there you go.